Thank you.
我冰淇淋。
超中午实在我有冰淇淋。
I'm sick. So, in the last session, we we got our items appraised. Much cool, much stuff. Um, we were able to scry on our busted up house. Well, apparently it's not like busted up, but it's got the windows broken out and shit.
Fixer upper.
Yeah, a little bit. And then
Oh my
we
God.
went.
She's a big fixer upper.
Oh,
I
shit,
didn't-
We
that's right.
went to, excuse me, the Joy Bomb estate to find our friend Redrin's missing money. And unfortunately, we're not able to retrieve it.
No, we got it.
No, we got his bag.
You got the bag. She said she paid off debts with the money.
Oh, right.
Think about this.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the literal translation for being chilling.
Being chilling.
Ice cream. It's just ice cream.
Good morning, China. Now I have ice cream. I like ice
I
cream
love
very
ice
much,
cream.
but Fast and Furious 9 is better than ice cream.
Yes, that's what he says.
It gives
I
off
told
the
you.
same vibes as big
Gotta-
gay ice cream.
I gotta
Big
go.
gay ice cream.
Oh, have you guys ever had a golden gay time?
Oh my
A
god.
golden gay
Isn't that shit
time.
from Australia or something?
Yeah, Quinn,
Anyway.
come here. I need you to tell these guys about golden gay time.
I'm not so sure about that.
Anyway, I'm crying. Fuck. We found out that the Joy Bombs are being led by
Tell them
a
about golden gay
mind
time.
flayer.
Ice cream.
There you go.
I'm crying. It's an ice cream. I'm sick to death. Yeah, and then we told the Flutterlies, and then hopefully I was able to go to sleep.
Actor's name is named Peregrine.
Yeah, you were not able to go to sleep.
Fuck you, nigga.
Wow.
I'm sorry, you're currently cursed. You gotta do something about that.
Bro, I'm 3 days into exhaustion now.
Are you? Oh, I can't help you. So
We've
I
gotta
can't even
find-
cast lesser restoration.
So we gotta find a way to cure you or increase, like, slow your cooldown down. But in the meantime,
We have 2
You-
weeks.
yes, you have 2 weeks. Which, how would you guys like to be spending? I'm gonna split this into 2-day increments. Okay. You can choose like how you'd like to spend money each day. I will say, all of you can find a place to sleep for a gold piece a night. Like commoner class essentially, and luxury class you could go about 5 gold pieces a night, and obviously you can stay at the hotel for 700 gold a night.
I think the only thing I have active that I want to do, it doesn't look like any of my spells that I currently have, and I don't think I'll be changing any of these out, have any, like, specific material components that I would have to get.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm chilling there. Like, that's the only thing I really would care about is to get the book open in that 2 weeks.
Okay. I will give you that first day. Are you just going to look for someone who might be able to break a lock, like you're looking for locksmith?
Yeah. Alternatively, Copernicus, could you pick a lock?
Well, I mean, I need the tools.
Okay, so we need the tools, which I have literally 0 coin. Actually,
Right.
real quick, I guess before we get into anything else,
Mhm.
I'll just fucking turn the bag of holding inside out. Is there anything left? Because
You
this
find
was
6
also Liam's stuff.
You find 6 gold pieces, as well as a vial of alcohol, clear liquid. Not
Okay.
not vial, excuse me, a flask.
Okay, I just wrote gold liquids, gold coin.
6 gold coin and a flask that is full.
Esco clear liquid. Cool. How much of thieves tools?
You
Or
can
a set
buy
of lockpicks alternatively, not necessarily the full suite of thieves tools. If that would make it
thieves
cheaper.
tools. I'll say you can buy for 10 gold pieces. Just lock picks you can buy for a silver piece.
Okay. I'll do that, and then first, to try and avoid getting anybody else involved, I will bring it to Copernicus and see if he can help me out with that.
All right.
Hey,
Copernicus.
what am I? What is this? What am I doing with it?
The book from I just like tug on the coat. The laboratory that we found in
Oh,
there that was
yeah.
locked. We never got it open.
I forgot about that.
Not
You
a
want me to
very
take a
dexterous
crack at it?
person. Yeah, if you could, I got these for you, and I'll hand. You can hold on to them. I don't care. I have no use for them. I was
Wow,
give
thanks,
Copernicus
alright.
the fucking lockpick that cost
Neat.
me some silver.
Some silver.
And go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
All right.
Okay.
23.
You give it to Copernicus. He takes the thieves' tools, and it is a very simple process for him, actually. He sticks it in, jiggles it around a bit, and it pops open.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll pour through
Dang
this.
that,
Do you care what's in it?
I mean, sure, I'd love to check it out. Even if it's some esoteric bullshit I don't exactly understand,
Well, you're kind
You
of
know.
esoteric bullshit. I don't understand. So
True. Let me
Yeah.
just peep over your shoulder.
okay, and then
Alright.
I'll go through that if you want to come back to that after other people do their thing. That's fine.
Does Thatch have anything in particular he'd like to do?
Fuck. Are we starting at night or during the day?
During the day.
Okay. I want to, fuck it, I'm gonna just put my balls on the chopping block. I wanna find a wizard.
Okay.
Probably the same wizard if possible. But I want to
That's-
find a wizard.
You go to the hotel, I imagine, and you ask for the wizard. And despite the fact that you aren't staying here, you were a guest, so they do treat you well.
Okay,
And they allow you audience.
so
She is a bit busy, and you're not her client currently, so she is still kind to you in general. You can tell by her demeanor, but she is very much so sort of moving on to other things. What can I do for you?
listen, I have one request, and I can pay you pretty handsomely for it. Listen. I'm gonna like lean in. I need you to send me to hell. And then, potentially bring me back.
And she looks sort of nervously around. I don't know how to do that.
Well, do you know anybody who would?
I'm new to town. You might. I would ask the Joy Bombs. They handle weird things. I've heard that whatever fluid it is they get from for their ship is found by a devil or a demon of some sort. I don't really know where to begin with all of that, though. I've never considered going to hell. I don't think anybody wants to go to hell or the Fey Wilds, because you do know they're the same place nowadays, right?
Well, I don't really have much of a choice, but thanks for your time. And I'll flicker a platinum and try and make my way to the Joy Bombs.
The estate, or are you going to the slaughter docks?
I'm going to the motherfucking estate, baby.
You go to the estate, and two different sets of guards. This time, two orcs are sitting at the gate. And as you approach, they put their hands out and tell you to stop. Wait. What do
Hey,
you want?
um, look, you don't gotta let me inside. Just, fuck. If you can find, like, your most strongest wizard or something, and look, tell one of your strong wizards that, there's a client outside that, has a request.
A magic request.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but all our wizards are held up right now.
All of them?
Let me check my calendar. Yes, all of them.
Did he actually check a calendar?
No, he did not check a calendar.
How much would it take for them to be not busy?
How much do you have?
That's
And he sort of, I don't know. It depends how heavy my palm starts to get. And he puts his hand out.
that is a very loaded question. But here, and I give him 10 gold.
And you're putting 10 gold. You can, at 8, he closes his palms, but as you put a 9th in, he opens it again. And when you get to 10, he closes it. Oh, we have a wizard available.
Oh yeah, I assumed as much. Thank you.
Anyways, right this way. And as the others, one of them is leaving, the other sort of looks to him, and is like, and he's like, cover my shift. I'll split it with you. And he carries you into the Joy Bomb estate. It is a similar rowdy bit of sort of things happening. This time you see people are bolting things down, and sort of like you notice all the drinks have been cleared from the bar, and people are sort of crating and packing things away currently inside. Less party vibe, less shanty going around, and more just like a hectic moving situation. You get to the second floor, and you see him give a rhythmic knock on the door, onto the door, and after a moment of waiting, it opens, and you see 4 sleeping, unarmored humans. All of them seem to be fairly young.
Hello.
And
The lightsaber clicks on.
Oh fuck.
not that young. But as you approach, one of them looks up from their wizard hat. What do we have here? What do we have here?
Listen.
Bringing us a kobold?
Listen.
Listening.
I need one of you guys to send me to hell and bring me back. Okay? We're gonna make it short. We're gonna make it sweet. I'm really fucking tired.
I can't take you to hell. None of us can. That's not really our forte. However, we do know who could bring you to hell. And maybe take you back.
Well, maybe it's kind of like, gotta be a can.
Well, that's up to you if you survive hell long enough to get back. It's about a 1-week journey? So it's all up to you. It's really all up to you.
A week. Well. It's for the best. Alright! Who is it?
I can't remember. Can you guys remember? I can't.
Is she a tiefling?
No.
Okay.
No. it's a guy and he's somewhere, or maybe it is a girl and she's. Ah, you know what would help me think? If I just didn't have this
I put 5
worry,
gold in his hand.
and as you put 5 gold in
Jesus
his hand,
fucking Christ.
if you go past the slaughter docks into sea, there is a lighthouse. And that lighthouse is where the veil is thinnest in almost all of Prolux outside of the floating spine. And maybe Kusner? And there is a soldier,
Oh shit.
a slayer. He goes into hell, he kills demons and devils, and he does it all the time. And I think he's in town this week, so
Fuck!
he
I
can
don't
help you.
need to kill it. I just need to talk to her.
I mean, he goes into hell all the time, so.
Yeah. Your man is harder than... Okay, look. Thanks. See you later. And,
Thank you! And he sort of flicks the gold piece up and bites it.
I give him the finger as I walk out.
And he mage hands a finger right back at you as you're leaving.
On the way back. Fuck. Well, I guess to whatever, like, moderately decent hotel, I'm going to...
Imagine you guys are using the 1 gold hotel unless otherwise stated.
Yeah.
So just,
When I make it back, I am going to, like, bang on the mirror and say, hello? Hello?
no answer.
Alright, then I'm gonna just wait till, I hear from Red and,
What'd you do to me?
Copernicus or
It's about
until it's
midday
nighttime.
now, I'd say. You two, you're looking over his shoulder as he is reading the book, and you see
Yes.
a more elaborate sort of equation written in Celestial. But as
Right.
you're looking through it, bits and pieces of it start to make sense, and you find a sort of a beginning statement. You see diagrams of what you come to recognize as the 3 devas that you found, sort of drawn in detail. Bits of organ sort of drawn out, along with sort of methods of surgery. You see, like, the process of removing a still beating heart, and the sort of what all can be done to a digestive system before it completely rots away, and the amazing regenerative abilities of devas. And finally, you find a statement that reads, the nature of the divine has led me to a sinful and desperate place. I have, through my studies of the occult, captured 3 fledgling devas: Jinnah, Elasin, and Rothas. And under each name, you see sort of characteristics written under them. With Jinnah, you see seemingly the oldest, long white hair and very fragile bones. Elasin, you see hardier build, the largest but not oldest of the 3, and seemingly blind. And with Rothas, you see the most violent of the 3, with the biggest capability of flight. And he talks of conducting experiments on the 3, exploring pain tolerance, the effects of bee blood on a celestial being. He mentions
blood?
bee blood is what he calls it.
Oh, right,
the
all those
letter B?
vials.
Yes, the letter B.
Boo boo.
He talks about reporting back to Soif du Sang, which seems
You're
to
gonna have
be
to spell that for me.
SOIF space DU space SANG. If anybody speaks halfling, you would know what that means.
I do not believe I do.
Right.
I have a
And he talks about
linguist
how
feat.
he
Do
talks
you?
about how do
No,
you
I'm
really?
kidding.
Yeah. He talks about how they would be pleased to learn that the Lycan Scourge may yet have a cure, actually, and that they might not have to just eradicate all Lycan altogether. He talks
Oh.
about how he is awaiting Redrin's arrival to Prolux, and how his brother, a Santruscan druid of the Ivory Forest, should be able to better utilize.
Now, when you said his brother, is that indicated as my brother or Bethlehem's brother?
Brother in
Oh,
arms.
brother in the. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Presumably, you both belong to the same organization,
yeah.
the Soif du Sang. And how your work in ridding the world of the unnatural, and his work in exploring a celestial's capability of sort of curing the unnatural, come together can do amazing things. And then he talks about their feathers. How they offered him feathers in exchange for their freedom, and he lied and took their feathers by force, essentially. And through studying them, he's discovered that they have a unique power when ingested or grafted onto someone with sorceress powers. Other magic seems to grow more potent. Something additionally devastating was revealed to him in nightmares following these experiments. Each of them sort of growing more and more severe. From the nature of his handwriting, you can tell that he is growing more frantic as these studies are going on. They are becoming less clean, more spelling errors, and he is talking about something more apathetic taking death's crown, and how the feathers he stole from the Devas have begun to turn black, and these have different properties when applied to items this time, as well as being grafted onto people with sorceress blood. The Mute King, he says sort of again and again, is haunting him. In the coming nights, as the feathers turn black, he dreams of choking. And this beautiful song playing while his eyes are being picked at by ravens. And while he's talking and sort of detailing all of this, he ends it by saying, Drago expects from me soon. I hope that with him coming, maybe, or if he can convince him to come, these strange dreams will come to an end. And with that, you see it ending, and the date is right before the three of you arrived.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Damn.
You just hear Redrun from behind your shoulder.
I'm ready.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
You were partners with this guy?
Well, I'd like to point out. Points out that I was trying to rid the world of unnatural, so it can't be all bad, right?
Maybe?
It sounds like there's for better or for worse, a lack of discretion in that, in the choosing of what is supernatural. Clearly, he's trying to get rid of lycanthropes, but he's also. It seems he might be going after celestials too, or at least trying to use them.
Searching
way-
for a cure. I mean, I'll admit, it doesn't look great.
I'm
But-
not gonna lie to you guys. Maybe this isn't my best work.
I just like shudder a little bit. Shit.
But
Makes me
No.
wonder what he would have done to me if you guys hadn't come for a couple of weeks longer.
well, I was really interested in your
Oh shit.
blood, for lack of a better word.
Plasma.
Yeah. So maybe something. I mean, I don't know. He clearly, of like flipping back and forth between the experiments. He probably could have gone through this, in a more humane way, but it does seem that he was searching for a cure, and I like fucking underlined that part there, which, admittedly, everything else that we just read is not great, but at least it's for, I have to hope, a valid reason. I
Well,
don't know any lycanthropes. I don't know
Regardless of
what the
any
disease is like.
heroics, I
And
I don't know
as
why,
you
but-
say, I don't know any lycanthropes, a sort of instance flashes in your mind of wolves cornering not you, but clearly someone close to you.
I did what?
memory flashback unlocked.
Yes.
So
Now,
basically,
when you say wolves, does it in my, and I don't know if this is different in your universe versus like what they would look like in Skyrim or some shit. Do lycanthropes turn into wolves, or do they turn into monstrous semi-humanoid canine creatures?
Your brain is telling you there is more to these wolves. They are much bigger
Okay.
and much more, I guess, bloodthirsty than a normal wolf would be.
Yeah.
Even a dire wolf would be.
Okay, let me see.
And that's all I get is just wolves cornering.
Yes.
Okay. I don't feel the need to speak up about it.
Well, I mean, regardless of whether or not there are any heroics, I get a strong feeling that all of this stuff going on with whatever you and Bethlehem used to do,
Choice to song, apparently.
I definitely have a feeling in my gut that it's not over. This is definitely going to come up later, if not sooner.
Well, yeah, and Mrs. Flutterly suggested that they might be of some assistance to us in dealing with whatever's going on with the joy bombs and the mind flares, which I don't. To be honest, wait, is Thatch back at this point? Probably not.
I'm at the hotel.
After you guys are done processing this, I imagine you guys are doing this in the hotel, unless.
Wait. So, am I understanding this correct? Redrin's backstory is basically just Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Taken?
Yes.
No,
Oh, the Gray,
actual
sorry,
Liam
yes.
Neeson.
Oh, real Liam Neeson.
I was walking down the street with a
And I saw
stick.
that black bastard.
Holy fuck!
But I don't want to get involved with him if I don't have to, at least not until I know more.
Wait,
That's
Reggie,
so crazy.
Yes.
those Deva that we rescued, they did leave behind feathers, did they not?
Yeah, and I'll reach into my handy haversack, which, by the way, I have a question about how that works, but we'll get to that in a second. And just pull them out. They're still white?
Yes, they are still white.
I've got three.
Actually, one of them is black. Excuse me.
And black means that they have been corrupted? Question mark.
Something like that. Their properties have changed.
Yeah. Either way, they can be grafted onto a sorcerer. The black ones can also be grafted onto an item to enhance its properties, Bethlehem said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
And
kind
did
of
he
like
have that process in there?
He does. He has detailed notes on how that grafting process would work.
Is it
From what you
sickening?
can tell, yes, it is a
Right.
little gross. It involves peeling away that sort of top layer of skin, and then placing, along with acid, the feathers onto that skin and letting it adhere and sort of that celestial self-healing process take place.
So how do you graft it onto an item then?
To graft it onto an item, it would require you to burn the black feathers into ash, and then you would write sort of the true name of the item onto it, and then, or a name, essentially you would name the item,
Ooh.
and then sprinkle the ash onto said item.
Oh, I'm absolutely doing that with a gun one day.
Yeah, I would.
It might have already. The gun itself wasn't magical, correct? Just the shot.
Just
There is a
just the
single
shot.
shot.
Wait,
shotgun
did
shell.
he? Did he do that to the fucking hammer I have?
Look on the hammer.
We have no idea.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Hey, Copernicus, how
Huh?
are your eyes?
What do you mean?
Well, oh, this is so awkward. If I, you know what? We'll do it later. I'll bring it up later.
I mean, by all means, if you're curious about something, I'd rather get it out in the open.
Well, so when we met Bethlehem, I had a vision, a memory, whatever you want to call it, of a celestial being over me.
Uh-huh.
And I think, I don't know, when's that dated? The stuff about the feathers, is that, it's fairly recent,
The
correct?
stuff about the feathers is about a month ago.
I mean, it could. Yeah, it could.
Are you implying that you had a dream about me?
What? No, with wings.
Oh.
Like an angelic, Deva-like creature over me. And I'm wondering if maybe this experiment had something to do with me not remembering. So I was wondering if you could check me for a place where that might have happened. I know they heal, but
Where?
you know, there's plenty on my body I can't see. Does he mention it having to occur in a specific place?
He does not know.
Oh. You think one of these feathers got grafted onto you?
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, right?
It is
I
not
mean,
out
if
of
you're
the realm of
asking me to
possibility, no.
watch you strip naked and check every inch of your body, I don't care. I'm not gonna make it awkward. It's for a greater cause or whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, sure, by all means.
Okay, we'll do that, I guess.
Alright. And you begin stripping, and Copernicus, you begin checking his body. And
Very
on
white
the
comes on from
center of his back, you see a sort of deep cut. Clearly something that it looks like it's almost as if you've been stabbed with something. Sort of in the center of your back, right next to your spine, is where he sees it.
So like a surgery scar?
Yes, a surgery scar.
Is it like long or?
It is very thin, not too long, about as long as your thumb.
Okay. What about the size of the feathers? I assume they're bigger than that.
They're a little bigger than that, yeah. They
Still
vary in
completely-
size.
Does he
It's
say
still
anything
very
about
tough.
the feather entering vertically, horizontally, being basically stabbed in?
He does not know.
Okay.
I just look
That's-
at the small of your back and I'm like, well, you were right to check. From
And
the look
around
of
this
this,
time, Thatch, you come in.
Oh, you
Oh, and I'm just butt ass naked.
Retron's naked and I'm just staring at him.
Well.
Oh, hi, Fetch.
Hey, Thatch.
Hi.
We're.
I- Anyway, look, I got a big
I'll stand up and put my pants on.
favor to ask you guys.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I guess
What's up?
I guess we'll find out exactly what needs to be done tonight. Hopefully, if I can contact this mirror demon and get him to stop. Otherwise, I might have to go to hell. If you guys want to accompany me and try and negotiate him to leave me alone for at least a couple weeks. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to really be of any use for our plan. So, this is a little bit important. But if you guys don't want to come, no worries. I'm going to go hang out in the room until it's night. Because, yeah, I can't sleep.
Hell,
How many days is this? How many days has this been going on, Thatch?
This is the third day.
Yeah,
Or, excuse me, this is the third exhaustion point. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 days, but you got an exhaustion point from your other thing.
Yeah.
so wait, this is a curse?
I don't know. I pulled the card. He came in the mirror and he like laughed. He was like, "Ha! I'm gonna fucking."
Now, what do you mean when you
Fuck
say
you.
he came in the mirror?
I mean,
He was looking at the mirror and then it turned white, and I was so confused.
oh,
Man, who the fuck makes these cards?
Probably somebody really cool and powerful. I would assume. I mean, I thought.
Well,
You know what? I look at Red, and I look at Copernicus.
I mean, it can't hurt. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, let's draw another one and see if it changes this.
Exactly.
wait, hold on. Before we get to that, you said you were gonna talk to the wizard today, right? Did you make any developments?
Yeah, basically, I got sent on a wild goose chase around town. There's this dude that in a lighthouse somewhere in town. I don't know. We'll find him, I guess. And he like goes to hell and like fights devils. So maybe I could pay him to like, excuse me, fight the guy. But I don't want him dead necessarily. I mean, that's not.
I mean, why not?
That could be Plan B.
I mean, yeah, it's like Plan B. I'd rather like try to negotiate. You know, I don't know. Maybe I did something that pissed him off. Maybe I can right or wrong. But I don't think just killing him because he's.
That's not what a hero does.
Yeah, exactly.
Though he is a devil, and that kind of is what heroes do.
Well, I mean, I don't really know the socioeconomic disparities between the mortal realms and the devils, so I can't really get into that. I
Oh,
can't
that's
really
easy. We're the good
distinguish-
guys.
I
Everyone
can't-
else would have to be the bad guys.
Yes,
You
but
adorably naive jackass.
Thatch like puts on glasses. I can't really distinguish between the moral disparities of what we mortals experience and what they experience within the hell realms, you know? No, I'm kidding. He doesn't say it that elegantly. It's more like
No, yes, he does. And I'm just stupid.
I don't know. Maybe they like live differently than us, and maybe he's not evil.
I think now I don't remember a lot, but if I had to take a guess, I'm pretty sure if you were to like a plot like a 3x3 grid of what is evil, good, and neutral, I'm pretty sure they're all on the evil side all the time.
They are lawful evil.
I think if you tried to put all of morality on a 3x3 grid, that just sounds really arbitrary and bullshitty. I can't imagine somebody doing that.
I mean, it's better than just saying good and evil, right?
I mean,
guess.
I think
It's all perspective, man.
For this interaction, everybody gets a point of not experience, inspiration.
I thought you were gonna say
W.
exhaustion.
I did too. I was like, bro, please,
I'm
like,
thinking
what
too
the
hard.
fuck, bro?
You're trying to dismantle the meta.
We're
No,
thinking
this is
too hard.
amazing. You are all have a point of inspiration.
Let's
W.
go, baby.
You love to see.
Patch needs it. He's going to die.
I
Imagine using inspiration on your death saving throws.
Yo,
No.
that would be based.
To be completely honest, I not to be altruistic or anything, but I can't imagine just letting you take a trip to hell all by yourself. Probably better we stay as a pack.
I mean,
I've
I'm
got
not.
nothing else going on.
I'm not going to fight. You know. I mean, I like point to my body, and you can see that like some of the wounds from the other night still have not fully healed, and my eyes are like pretty sunken in, and my scales look a little bit dull. I'm not in a good position to fight right now, so.
I'd like to point out that by far the most realistic and relatable part of D&D games is just the consequences of not getting your full 8 hours of sleep.
True.
Oh, God. Honestly, I haven't gotten the full 8 hours of sleep in like
This is why we play
10
elves.
years.
No worse feeling. Well, you seemed a little confused on your walk-in. The reason I was looking at your friend naked is
Hey,
because
look, it doesn't matter to me, buddy.
well,
We have a good excuse. We weren't. I don't
No,
think he
it's-
has genitals.
I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just saying it might be something you want to know. He might have been experimented on. There might be and I kind of just like put my hand on the shoulder of Red. I can't say for sure, but there is a little scar on the small of your back, and it does look precise, not like some kind of battle wound. You may have one of those things grafted onto you.
Well,
The David feathers, I mean.
is that
like-
cool?
I mean, maybe it might be the reason I don't remember anything. It might be entirely unrelated. It might be a small surgery scar from a lump. I don't know.
Did they take your spine out?
I don't think so. I like lean back. No, it seems there, as far as I could tell. Granted, I've never looked.
We're not sure exactly. Well, we know the grand scheme of Dr. Bethlehem and his other soif du sang friends, but
His
as
what?
for
Oh, that's
That's
the
the name of their group,
Bethlehem's
apparently.
group, the Brotherhood that I was apparently a part of. Soif de Song. They hunt the unnatural, or cure them, but they seem to be willing to go to great lengths to cure them. So that's a little column A, column B type situation.
well, we
Like
know
on the
his
one
end-
hand,
yeah.
curing lycanthropes. On the other hand, torturing celestials. And
We
I like
don't know
slid to a
exactly-
page with one of the fucking like illustrations of them like
Yeah.
opened up, and I'm like, yeah.
I assume it's
That
like one of
can't be
those like
great.
Greek medicinal illustrations.
Yes, exactly
I-
like that.
Red.
Yep.
I don't know how to feel about this. I'll be honest with you.
It's, trust me,
Supposedly,
little-
I'm sorceress, so we could try it. I mean, it's written here. See what happens. But that might be a bad idea because
I-
it seemed like he started to have dreams of choking, and pretty much just kind of all around
Or even
bad stuff
sticking his
happening
eyes
after
out.
he did the experience.
It would see. You would guess that it's not the experiment. It's not. Excuse me. It's not the grafting of the feathers that did that to him. It is the fact that he was torturing an angel that did that
Yeah.
to him. He was cursed.
Ah. Okay. I should have gathered that. But either way, you know.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anything good will come of doing that. I don't even know if I want to keep this hammer on me, to be honest with you. You know, some things are
Can I
just
see that, by the way?
uh
I'm not going to keep it. I have
Oh.
noodle arms. It serves me no purpose.
okay. I say as like the gold like leaves my eyes.
I can see with my eyes. I don't need to touch.
No, here, and I like hold it out. I think some things hold memories and feelings and malice, and the intent behind some stuff is just
I
sometimes you
will
want to avoid
grasp
it.
the hammer and fake a seizure.
Hey, can we
And then
tell
I do
that,
that
he's,
for
that he's faking
I do
a
that for
seizure?
as long as it takes for someone to react, and then I just kind of get up. Like, all right.
Hey, are we able to tell that he's faking it? Can you
roll
make him roll a
performance.
performance? Yes,
Yeah,
let's
roll
go.
performance.
14. What is my passive perception?
It's pretty convincing. It's a pretty solid one.
Yeah, see, what did I tell you? Go to reach for the hammer.
Nice. It goes from whatever sounds a seizuring person makes, which actually is none. I had a person at my workplace have a seizure. I thought he was faking. That was terrifying.
Sounds based.
And I laughed because it's definitely a funny matter and something we should be making fun of. And
crying.
What?
stand up. Like, no. I'm just messing with you. does anything happen? I assume not.
Put the shotgun away.
When you grabbed the hammer? No,
Yeah,
nothing
we'll
happened.
take it. Okay. Kind of holding, or set the hammer down on a couch or a table or whatever, and just kind of go back and forth with the descriptions of the black feather and see if I can find anything that correlates. Because it said inscribe the
Yes.
name on it, correct? Do I see an inscribed name at the very least?
Looking along the pommel of the hammer, you see the name Echo Breaker etched into it in Celestial.
Echo Breaker. Allow me to.
Sorry, I don't know
Echo,
that.
stop.
Yep, that looks like it. Now, because Copernicus has read it, point to it. I've got a pencil and my actual journal in my hand that I'm gesturing with, just so you guys know.
Nice.
Point to that section, and then so Echo Breaker. It looks like he did with this one, and then I'll reach back into the coat, grab the specifically black feather, and show it to Thatch. So he did this, and I'll just kind of read word for word, assuming it's not too long. And
Yeah, it's not too long. He's very precise with his notes at this
Excellent.
point in the process.
blah blah blah. Describe it. So basically, the gist of it is these feathers seem corrupted from some way or another, and you can enhance weapons with it. I can't craft a weapon, but it doesn't seem like it takes any specific amount of skill with what we've got in here. But if you wanted to try with your little wrapped up sword there, we could. Or the shotgun.
No. Nobody touches my sword, thank you, though.
Okay.
Personally, I
If
think
we're
we
gonna
should
be going to
just-
hell, I just think we should have all the tools possible.
Well,
Oh, of course.
Or fighting Mind Flayer and his horde of minions.
I think
Neither of those seems like great options.
me personally, I would scatter those feathers to the wind. But do what makes you happy. I
Well, these
will
two,
not
and I'll
imbibe
pull out.
with that.
I'll pull out the other two that are normal. These, if I remember correctly, these were left behind, almost seemingly as a gift. Is kind of what I got from the data.
Yes.
Yeah, so they gave us these for freeing them specifically. So I don't think there's anything wrong with us keeping these and using them. The black one makes me a little anxious, but
Well,
dying also makes me a little anxious. So if we can use it to not die, that'd be cool.
A gift is different, but I don't want anything on 14 attacks. Thank you.
Was Rothus the violent one? Would I have been able to match those names and descriptions to the 3 Deva I saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Rothus, or the one that would match description, or any of them, I guess specifically, have black feathers that could be seen? Were their wings all black?
None of them had black feathers. However, Rothus being the youngest, you would notice the what is it called? The feather that is black resembles the feathers of like a baby bird. It is puffier.
Okay. Plumage.
Yeah, plumage. There we go.
And that's what I'm putting here. That's for
I mean,
me.
with all due respect, I think that absolutely nothing we found in Dr. Bethlehem's lab should be scattered to the wind, lest they wind up in the hands of somebody less fit than us, or more malicious. You know what I mean?
Well,
I can
apparently I might
understand
be
that.
pretty malicious.
I'd rather not think about that. But
You know what? Yeah. Okay, fair.
I can't look a gift horse in the mouth. But 14 attacks stays as it is. But I appreciate that.
What'd you call your sword for? 10 attacks?
Yes.
I mean, by all means, you don't have to use the feather on your sword. I'm just saying that we shouldn't toss him away.
I mean, if Thatch doesn't want to, we don't have to give it. I mean, I'll pull it back out. If you want it, you can take it. The only weapon I carry is a stick of wood.
I mean, sure.
I say
maybe someday.
Sure.
as
I'll see
enticing
if I
as
can
it
learn a
is
bit more
to
about it.
take precious treasures, I say just hold on to it, and we'll know when the time is right.
I'm definitely gonna see if we figure anything more about these feathers, because as far as it seems, Dr. Bethlehem, I don't know exactly what he wanted with the organs. Maybe that has to do with the cure for lycanthropy, but it seems that he's trying to use celestials as arcane batteries of some sort, or at least, what would he be trying to power himself, just to further achieve his goals and do better?
So the cure, a lot of it, regeneration, here and here, like the organs regenerating. Even the experiment with the feather is talking about celestial regeneration.
My assumption is that that has to do with the cure to lycanthropy. Because otherwise it seems like he's trying to just destroy the supernaturals. So, unless he's just trying to go around and gather a bunch of strong, powerful doohickeys to make himself more able to kill everything he doesn't like, then I don't see why he would want to use these on anybody else.
He was pretty tough. It might be, I mean, and we could do this later. His boyfriend, I guess, is supposed to be husband? I don't know.
His brother
Is
in
supposed to
arms?
be here soon. Yeah, another one of the Drago. When you asked him, who asked him that?
Somebody asked him if there was somebody that he loved in the Circle of Truth, and he said Jago. I
He
think
said
it was
Jago was on his way?
I think it was
yeah,
Thatch
it's a-
who asked that.
It was Thatch. Yeah, it was Thatch.
Jago's supposed to arrive soon. He was expecting me as well, so I guess I was coming here anyways. But that's neither here nor there at the moment.
Bethlehem said he also had a druid partner over in Sandtrusk. That's not Jago, right?
No,
That
Somebody
is
else?
Redrin.
that was me.
Oh, okay. Wait, Redrin's from Sandtrusk?
I guess.
Interesting. Okay.
Jago.
I just in case it wasn't clear to you, Jordan, I also do not know.
Yeah.
This isn't the case
I'm
where
well
I
aware.
chose to have. Okay.
Yeah, he after a long night of Liam Neesoning and getting drunk, he forgot everything.
Well, no, it was even weirder than that because the last thing I remember is stepping onto the skyship.
Yes, something happened either immediately before he stepped on the skyship. He lost his memory. We don't know why.
It's a one piece.
Well, so we can do more into that now. Now, what are you? So, Thatch, we are we going to hell?
We
Or
gotta
are we
wait.
going to the?
We gotta wait for night to find out exactly how we're gonna proceed with this. I just wanted to inform you guys, but
Is it possible
Thatch?
that a card
I mean,
could
if
negate?
you want to pull one of your cards, I won't stop you. However, I would like you to do it at a distance where I won't be killed by a avatar of death.
No, you're right. I'm not in any state to pull a card.
That's true. Unless the card cures you.
You know, Red, you're making this decision a lot harder.
excuse me.
This would get
Wow.
wisdom. I would know.
My
No, it's
treasure-
probably not a good idea.
My treasure has never steered me wrong, and I flip a coin.
It has.
Heads. We're gonna find out. I pull a card.
Oh, fuck.
You pull a card. The image of a chest flashes sort of into your mind. Name someone.
Liam.
That's me in real life.
Wow.
I'm crying.
So it must be Redrin.
No.
Damn it.
Liam
Alright.
Flutterly.
Alright.
Actually, Redrin. No, I'm kidding. I won't retcon it.
You're doing Liam?
Yeah.
Final answer. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. You name Liam. And it's as if you've gifted him something.
Based.
Aw, nice.
You just paid him back for the deck.
Yeah. As soon as I heard chest, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a lot of money. And then you're like, name someone, and I was like, well, it feels kind of like shitty for me to like give it to the party? I don't
It's
know.
up to you.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm cool with Liam.
All right. Oh, also roll me 2d6.
Me?
Yes.
What the fuck?
You have to draw that many more cards.
No shot, bro. I will fucking.
No, I'm kidding. That's totally.
I will
not what it is.
unalive Thatch right now.
Flame
Okay.
Lord Wizard.
All right.
Oh.
And that's it. Anything else you'd like to do with the cards?
Bash, do you feel any different?
I feel like I did a good thing.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I put them away.
All right. And now you guys are just chilling until nighttime, or anything
guess.
else major that you guys would like to do?
Before it hits nighttime, I would like to go out. So this is a nice city with some expensive, some wealthy patrons just kind of scattered about.
Yes.
Would there be like any? Would there be any like high end like craftsmen or tinkerers around in like the marketplace?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
And are you looking for the nicest one in town, or just the first one you come across?
A reliable one. Doesn't have to be top grade, just reliable.
Okay. Roll me survival.
Okay. Hold up. Why you like this? Come on, don't be shy. There you are. 18.
Okay. You find yourself at Gold Cloak's Craftsman's.
Oh, close.
You
craftsman's.
find two dwarvish women sort of making clocks and the likes, all about, just very delicately working on them. Or excuse me, one of them is working on clocks and the other seems to be making rapiers.
Okay, so they do weapons crafting here.
Yes.
Okay, huge, because that's what I was looking for.
And as you enter, the two of them sort of glance up. What can we do for you?
Hey, so somebody I know might have a lot of what's the word?
Money?
They're about to have to fight some. Yes, but they're gonna have to fight a lot of bad, horrible creatures and whatnot coming up.
Are they going out to sea?
Possibly. We're supposed to be headed to a lighthouse, apparently.
Ah, the lighthouse?
The one, yep. I think.
It's a pretty nice sail, honestly. Not that many monsters unless you're unlucky. But what can we do for you? Dar. And they sort of like take in what you are as they're about to say darling. Dar.
Copernicus
Ling?
works.
Copernicus, of course. Oh, what can I do for you?
Well, I have this, and I kind of just like sling the shotgun off of my back. I was wondering if you had any ammunition for it, or if you could possibly craft some.
Oh, a gun.
Yeah.
I have never made ammo for a gun, but I can guess how. I imagine. And I'd love to research this weapon a little bit. I'll do it. Yes, I'll make guns. And this is the one who makes clocks who's telling you all of this.
Okay.
Takes a delicate hand to deal with all this. And she's sort of looking the weapon up and down. 25 gold. And I will make you 2 rounds for every gold piece.
Okay. Do you said you haven't crafted ammunition? Have you crafted a firearm before?
I have crafted a firearm before. One. I've been working on it for some time, and she looks you up and down,
Okay, just want to
and
make
then
sure I'm not
says,
getting somebody killed.
says, "Would you like to see it?"
Oh, you still have it in stock?
Of course, I made it for fun.
Oh, so it wasn't a commission order?
No, it was a learning process.
Well, everybody has a first time.
Of course.
Sure, I'll take a look at it.
And
I can always appreciate a fine craft.
she gives the door two sort of heavy bangs, and it falls forward similar to like an ironing board, and you see this long golden rifle with a tall bayonet. It seems to have been made completely out of different clock parts, actually.
Interesting.
And she says, "Yes, I was working on this one for quite some time, and it is a beauty. Unfortunately, it's too fragile. I feel like shooting it a little too much could destroy the whole thing, but it's pretty to look at, isn't it?"
It absolutely it has a fabulous aesthetic to it. Is that real gold that the muzzle is made of?
A little bit rarer than gold, actually. I, along with my sister and her compatriots, managed to distill a little bit of fey magic onto this here rifle, and it's
Huh.
dipped in the teardrops of a fairy.
How did you come across that?
What the hell?
We made a lot of fairies cry.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope that magic is of the reinforcement variety, using a metal that's so
Unfortunately, no, it's
susceptible
of
to
the
heat.
wild magic variety. I have no fucking clue what is gonna happen if I fire it.
I need you, as a man to a man, I
Yeah.
need you to buy that weapon.
So, wait, are you implying that this weapon is the magic a battery or a supplement to the way the weapon is fired?
The magic is a... Well, I don't know, actually. I've never fired it.
Um, how
I've-
much?
Oh, I'm not sure if I could ever sell it.
Beat him up, take it.
No!
If I were to, I'd have to just be sure that it was going to Caring Arms. Someone who wouldn't squander it.
I am literally cosmically attuned to firearms. The combustion in them appeals to me as a species.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if I have any particular way to prove my metal, but I don't think I'd ever be caught dead with another kind of weapon in my hands.
Well, what's your name?
Copernicus.
Okay, Copernicus. I'm gonna test you, and if you pass, I'll give you the weapon. How about that?
For free? You don't want me to pay you?
I'm very interested in what's going to happen. Besides, I've never even fired it.
By all means.
And she looks to you for a moment, and she says, "Wait here." And she goes into the back of the shop, and she comes out with a heavy chest. Her sister immediately takes a step back, and she unloads the various sort of what's the word? Locks around it, and she pulls out an old what's the word? Like, not a Beyblade, dreidel, an old
Yeah.
dreidel. The sort of decrepit finger of what you think to be a human, and a bloody, still beating heart. Which of these is the least evil?
What the fuck?
The still beating heart would obviously kind of remind me of what I just read about the Celestials, right?
Yeah, kinda.
So can I ascertain that this would be a Celestial's heart?
It doesn't resemble any of the diagrams of Celestial Heart. This heart doesn't look human. It's about half the size of a human heart. Not in the sense that it's a child's heart, but like this is a fully matured heart that is half the size. And you know how the heart has 3 valves sort of coming off of the one of the sides of it?
Yeah.
This has 6 of them, and half of the heart is sort of this turquoise color.
And you said the dreidel, is it just shaped and built like a normal wooden dreidel?
Yes.
And you said the third object is just the remains of a decrepit human finger.
Yes.
So half of the heart is turquoise. It has 6 valves. I'm not sure how deeply I need to be reading into this. I may just give a gut answer.
I guess out of game wise, this is an old African test for real, for real.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This is the test to find out if you're the Avatar. Everyone knows.
Maybe.
Similar to
Yeah.
that was if you can choose the it's also the Avatar and the Dalai Lama. If you can choose the old Dalai
Yeah.
Lama's toys.
What the fuck is a Dalai Lama?
The
It's a
spiritual
dolly.
leader
It's a
of
dolly. That's a
Buddhism?
llama.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually never heard of this puzzle before.
I mean, I can't imagine you would unless you grew up in West Africa.
Well, of course. And she asks which of these is the least evil.
Yes.
I'm just going to say the heart.
Say the African one.
That was very smart of you. After all, a chipmunk's heart can't really be all that evil, can it? As opposed to an old necromancer's finger and a device used to slaughter various fae, am I right? The rifle's yours. Treat it well, Copernicus, was it?
Yeah, Copernicus.
And just hand me those 25 gold and I'll make you some shotgun shells.
Of course, yeah. You can. How long will it take you to make those?
Give me to the end of... Give me by tomorrow. I'll have them done.
Sure, that works. In the meantime, you can hold on to the shotgun just so you have a frame of reference.
Of course.
There's also this one shell. Be really careful with it, though. It has magical properties.
Ooh, I do like magical properties.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'll walk out and I say, as I'm walking out, to be completely honest, 2 things. One, if you hadn't made this firearm, I would not have asked you to make any of this. I couldn't imagine getting some kind of green thumb person killed by, forcing them to work with more experience than they have. Secondly, if I can be completely transparent, I actually had no idea what any of those 3 objects you showed me meant beyond their physical appearance. I was just operating off of intuition.
Well, your intuition is very good. The name's Jana, by the way. And trust
Jana.
me, I know how dangerous firearms can be. Trying to even think of crafting this one cost me all this. And she sort of steps to the side, and you see that her leg has just been replaced with a wooden one.
I look at the golden firearm in my arms and I say, I assure you this thing is going to be worth every drop of sweat you put into it.
Yes. And it's called Oberon's Tears, by the way.
Oberon's Tears.
I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga.
I do
hate
like
this
naming
nigga.
them, so thanks for picking it out for me.
Of course, of course. And I'll see you tomorrow?
Yeah. We'll work with each other more in the future.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'll wait until the time is right to fire it for the first time. I'll just head back to I'll head back home
What the heck?
All
to
right.
wherever we're staying for the night. My bad,
And you-
fellas. I had to prepare a little bit for what may come.
No worries.
Oh, that's fine.
Not like I can
You-
sleep or anything, so yeah, just doing nothing.
On the other hand,
Yes.
check this shit out, and I just show them the gun.
And you show them the gun.
In my head, it just looks really fucking cool.
It's made out of like think what clearly used to be a giant clock. It's sort of been fashioned out of that. The I guess long hour hand becomes a bayonet and then extends out to form the rest of the rifle. And then the what is it called? The thing people used to like they pull forward and then pull back on like old Western guns.
The
Lever?
hammer?
The is it the hammer? The lever? I think the lever is. The
If
right
you're
term.
thinking about a rifle that has it where your hand is underneath the trigger, that's a
Yes.
lever.
Okay, then yeah, the lever is made out of the minute hand, and you can see through the entire
Are you
thing.
talking? I know what you're talking about. It's not the lever. It's the the slide.
It is the
Where
lever.
you
The
put-
lever action.
No, you're talking about where you put the fucking actual bullet in, right?
No, that's the chamber. The
Yeah, that's the
chamber is made out of what seems to be like the hollowed out one on the clock. It seems to be have made out of the one, and then it has a scope that is a 9.
That's so cool. So it's like what kind of what kind of gun would you say this closely equates to? Like a musket or?
I think like a rifle is the closest. It has a bayonet on it.
Oh, I'm
as well,
stupid.
so,
You
like,
said it has a sliding. Yeah, it's like a hunting rifle. Then I assume.
Yeah, like a hunting rifle.
It's a
Okay, cool.
Winchester.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like a
Winchester.
repeater. My
Yes, a
eyes
repeater.
like glow gold, and I like lean in and look at it, and I say, "Ooh, that shit look like the battle pass."
Shut the fuck up! I'm kidding.
Uh,
Should look like the battle pass.
My mom just called. It's my bedtime. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, no. Over the course of like, as we're hanging out for a little while, I will definitely like do a deep inspection on this gun. If it requires attunement, then I assume that like doing this for a while may attune me to it. I have
It
no
does
idea.
require attunement, and immediately you can tell that this is very fragile. When she said this, shooting it risk it just shattering, she very much so meant it. It almost feels like you're touching like tinfoil to an extent.
I figured making a gun out of gold is like the most counterproductive thing ever.
Yes.
That shit will just melt with the sheer heat from the muzzle.
And as you attune, you can tell that this doesn't even necessarily do damage. This just fires pure, unadulterated wild magic. Firing this gun
Interesting.
has you roll on the wild magic table.
That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. So you're telling me if I fired this gun, I could turn into a potted plant?
Yes.
That would
Nice.
be incredible.
Or I could summon 1d6 flumps.
Yes.
Or lose all your hair. Or cast
Or-
fireball.
Or
Or explode.
And
Or turn blue.
the rest of you over the course of this night, you are waiting for the devil. What about you, Redrin? Anything necessarily you're doing? You have 3 feathers. You have your book.
I'm gonna try and commit as much of that book to memory as possible.
Okay.
I think that's.
And
that's
you're sort
probably
of
about it.
taking on this very grand equation and sort of reading into just sort of the details of the surgeries that he's performed. This is very starting off, it's very clinical in nature, but as you reach the end of the tome, it is sort of just mad ramblings on how death has died and something more apathetic has taken hold. His nightmares, Drago, things like that. Lots of diagrams on the angels. You can see towards the end where he's beginning to put a rough sketch of Copernicus in, along with I guess incisions being made over where his eyes should be but aren't, because Copernicus doesn't have any facial features.
Gross.
And that grand equation is sort of ingraining itself into you, even as you're like getting ready for bed and looking away. You find yourself thinking about this sacred geometry.
Was it ever indicated what that equation's about, or just that it's there?
No, you cannot really discern. Like, you don't even know where the, I guess, beginning of the equation starts. So it's very hard to discern what it's even about. You can tell that this is geometry, though.
Geometry?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Algebra.
Do you guys hear this weird voice in your head just saying random words?
No.
And along with that, just sort of more details on how there are benefits to circus introductions with flowers, along with it being able to potentially suppress and override other things that a sorcerer may have.
Suppress and override?
Yes, suppress and then suppress and eventually override. There we go.
Okay.
And with that, it's the clock hits midnight,
Bing!
and as everybody is sort of heading to bed, you feel a cold chill thatch run down your spine, and that distant tapping on a glass.
And I go to the glass.
You're not looking so good. You're not looking so good.
Well, I
You're not looking
appreciate
good at all.
I appreciate
You
your
look like
concern.
shit.
Oh, Levi said the gun is a glass cannon. I'm crying.
No?
I
Clock cannon, more like, but.
I appreciate the concern, but look,
I'm
listen.
not concerned about you.
listen. Can we postpone this for like 2 or 3 weeks? What do you want? I'll come down to hell. I'll fight you. I'll give you whatever you want. Look, I have very important business that I need to do, and I can't do it without sleeping.
That's so funny. The thing is, I don't want anything. I just fucking hate you.
Look, what if I give you my most prized possession?
Your life?
No, my cards. That's
I
what
don't
did this
care
anyway.
about the cards. I don't care about the cards. Do you know who I am?
No, I don't.
And you never will. You don't even know my name.
Yeah, why don't you tell me?
I would never.
Why?
Find out yourself.
Listen,
You're coming to hell?
2 weeks.
Meet
It's
me
2
in
weeks.
Avarice.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to meet you if I don't know your name?
That's something you're gonna have to find out yourself. I love being, what's the word? A fucking asshole.
Look, listen, guy, buddy.
You're not gonna last a week. You're not gonna last 2 weeks. You're going to die in a few days.
Buddy, listen. If you can just leave me alone for 2 weeks, I'll come and we can talk it out.
You really want me to leave you alone?
Yes, I don't want to come and have to resort to bloodshed.
And that's exactly why I would love
to never leave you alone. I can't wait until you die, and then your soul will go to hell, and then you will fight in a glorious blood war. And it'll be beautiful.
My face like tenses up. Listen,
You're going to be my slave,
listen.
just like how you were your other party's
Shut
slave.
the fuck up! Listen!
Did I
If
touch
I
a nerve?
come down there, it will be the end of it. And I don't want to do that.
Well,
I'm trying to be agreeable.
I guess you're just going to have to come down here and fucking kill me then, aren't you? Thatch.
Well then. I'm sorry to say that you will be the first devil that I kill.
Oh.
And I'm gonna walk away from the mirror. And I'm gonna go
I'm sure
into
you're going to kill me. Hey, don't walk away from me, Thatch. Come back, I can make your white life even worse.
You chose this
And-
fate.
And as you're walking away, you see him sort of tap and then sort of slam on the glass.
Don't walk away from me, Thatch. I'm the one who says when you leave.
Just keep going. I'm gonna from here, since I can't sleep, I'm gonna go into town.
And you hear the glass or the mirror shatter
Oh,
finally
fuck.
as you walk away.
W. I'm gonna go into town. I'm going to. Did they tell me what tavern that dude hangs out at?
They said he hangs out at the excuse me, are you talking about the lighthouse guy?
Yeah.
He hangs out he lives at the lighthouse.
I thought they said that he was in town.
As in he's at the lighthouse, I guess. Like
Okay.
he's not on another plane of existence right now.
Yeah, you just gotta go out to slaughter docks.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go down to the slaughter docks and fuck it. I'll make my way to him or get. Yeah. Get in the process of making my way. I'm not gonna wake Red and Copernicus up.
Does the shattering of the
At the
mirror
moment.
wake us up?
You guys would probably wake up with the shattering of the mirror, yes.
Well, I'm not gonna leave. I'm just going to get this shit in motion.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if like the mirror shattering wakes us up and alarms us.
Yeah, you guys would probably be alerted to the shattering of the mirror. And you guys just smell the light scent of brimstone and honey in the air.
No.
Hello? Red, are we getting robbed?
I don't have anything to rob.
Right.
Hold on, let me check it out. And I just pull the revolver out from under my pillow, and I get up.
You
And
sleep? Actually?
Yeah, I sleep.
Okay. Hey man, I don't. Boring Sunday.
You
I don't know what's up.
pull the revolver out and you step to where you heard the shattering, and in the bathroom you see a broken mirror, and sort of in where the mirror was, sort of those shattered pieces of glass, you see that they have turned black.
Like the shards are black.
Yeah, the shards have become black.
Is there anything else in here?
No.
Huh.
Ooh, no, I'm not there. I went back to sleep. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I just head back over to my bed and I just kind of whisper over to Redrin. I think Thatch got mad at
we
his
sleeping
devil and
together now?
probably struck some lightning at the mirror or whatever to shut him up.
Crying.
Did Thatch do lightning?
Yeah, Thatch does lightning stuff.
Oh, yeah, with the sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever
I
he like
accept
goes his like Super Saiyan giant form, he like has lightning powers and stuff.
What's a
I
Saiyan?
I accept this.
Nah, that's out of character. I just get back in bed and I like, he's probably just cooling off right now. Maybe they had a disagreement as usual.
Oh, I don't imagine it's a very pleasant conversation. I roll over.
With the devil? Could be worse. Could be a demon.
and Thatch,
Yeah.
you are at the slaughter docks. It is late at night. Things mostly seem to be empty, outside of people heading out for night expeditions. You don't see a lighthouse here, but sort of a group of new arrivals have arrived, and you see sort of various armored individuals. One way taller than the others, more muscular, sort of completely shrouded in this specialized sort of like. Think Have you ever seen the Wolf Brigade? Excuse me.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
What the hell is that?
it's a
Brigade of Wolves?
like it. It's think helmeted, goggled, with a gas mask on, sort of full plate mail, almost Nazi-ish,
Oh,
Think
without
like
the
yeah.
NCR Rangers
I'm
from
having a
Fallout.
fucking super
Yes.
flashback to that one shot.
yes.
Okay.
Basically, he looks like this. Oh, it's uploading.
Ooh.
Never mind.
We get an image?
But
Oh, damn.
he is among the new arrivals, and you see other fairly interesting looking individuals. You see someone, a lizard folk, who seems to be wearing almost feathers all around him. He is sort of pacing back and forth. He is coated in blood, but his clothes are spotless. Members of the Joy Bombs, various humans. You see an old man, who is wearing similar, like very big armor, but his head is just tiny compared to the rest of it. And you see a short halfling woman, riding a dog. And looking closer at the dog, you realize it is some sort of half dog, half fish creature, that she is sort of just riding on, and she has a large gun, for lack of a better word. It doesn't really look like a gun, but it has a trigger, and it clearly fires something, but it wouldn't fire bullets. It would fire something much
Oh,
bigger
shit.
than a bullet.
And they're all just kind of like standing around the docks?
They have just arrived from somewhere else.
Damn.
Either deep sea diving for sea monsters or somewhere else.
I'm going to approach the lizard man. I'm gonna
And he stares out.
Hi.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
Are you all like a group, like friends, or like?
No. We are taking the last train home. Train, ferry, the last ferry home.
And whereabouts is home?
Ocean Drome.
Mm.
I am a young, fledgling, hopeful captain.
Uh-huh.
What's with the questions?
I
Cobalt?
have a very simple one, and I'm going to like. Are there like boxes or crates or barrels around?
Yes, several.
Okay. I'm gonna like pick them up. Pick up like the crates. I'm just gonna like throw them into a pile, like on the edge of the dock, in front of everyone, and say like, "Excuse me, Excuse me, everyone.
Slowly, everyone sort of gathers to your attention. You are the loudest thing there tonight.
And can you remind me exactly how many of them are there?
There are 3 of note, but there are about 45 people
Oh,
here
fuck.
total.
The 3 of note. I'm going to, look at them and I'm going to say, you all seem like, noble, diligent warriors. So, I know that you all are tired and heading home, but as you can see, I am pretty tired myself. And I kind of like rub my eyes and I say, so, how would the 3 of you like to make 75 platinum each?
Sheesh.
And the large one, sort of in armor, not the old man, says,
What I do not do for currency.
and he smells very thick of honey and brimstone as well.
And I like, oh, then I ask you, would you like to help me kill a devil?
Jesus.
And he pauses for a moment.
I would love nothing more.
Well then. And I look at the other 2. What say you?
Sorry, darling, but I kill sea monsters, not devils. That's a little out of my pay grade. Besides, I'm coming into town because Captain's got us going on some big mission soon. And the
Joy
old man says, yes, yes, yes. We must be going to the Joy Bomb estate again. We have other matters to attend to.
Well, fair enough. Which one was the devil hunter guy? My fault.
The large, Wolf Brigade looking motherfucker.
Okay, base.
Wait, so there's like the Wolf Brigade looking guy, there's the Lizard Folk, and then who's
Hey.
the third person? The captain?
There are 2 others. There's a the lizard folk says that he's a captain. There's a halfling woman on a like dog sea creature, and there's an old man in similar like very big armor, but think more like scuba diver outfit.
Did Thatch run into a high-level adventuring party?
Maybe.
Nice.
Well, I look at this Wolfenstein motherfucker, and I say, well, would you like to help me go to the man in the lighthouse?
Little, tiny kobold.
And he picks you up by the cuff of your shirt and pulls you in. You smell thick, just the smell of brimstone on him, and he says,
I am the man in the lighthouse.
Even better. Well, I know what this devil looks like, and that he'll be in Avernus. How soon can we leave?
and he's doing calculations in his head.
We must go back in 2 days. Tomorrow and the day following. The night is when the veil will be at its thinnest, and then we will be trapped for 1 week in hell. Well, 1 week in hell's time.
Which is equivocal to...
I do not know.
Here's the thing. I only have about 2 days.
What happens in 2 days?
I'm getting the feeling I might die. A
What
little
a
bit.
glorious reason to kill a devil. I would love to help you tear it limb from limb. It would be glorious. It would be glorious. Is it just you? We can leave immediately. Back to the lighthouse. I was here for supplies, but
Hmm. Hmm.
my name is Yudrig, by the way.
Oh,
And
you
you
three.
are?
I'm Thatch, and I put my hand out, but I'm like thinking, and I say, how dangerous is Avernus?
When I started my missions into hell, I went with a battalion, 60 men strong. And over the course of our years of battling, only I remain.
I see. Well, I have 2 friends at the tavern.
Come on, bro.
I can wake them, but I don't want to put them in harm's way.
Well, brother, when you die, and a devil has marked you as its chosen, it's going to transfer over to those you love dearest next. And those they love dearest next, and so on and so forth until everyone on Earth is cursed with the demonic scourge.
Oh,
See.
shit.
Wow.
Damn.
Can you remind me his name again? I'm sorry.
Yudrig.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yudrig. Would you, like to join me on my way back to the tavern? We can grab them and, I'm sure they won't mind not getting a night's sleep.
I have to buy supplies before I go back into hell.
Okay.
So, I will meet you here in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good.
You will be here at 6 a.m. sharp,
I'll be here at 5:50.
and I will head out on my boat. Correct? Back to the lighthouse.
All right. Well,
It was destiny meeting you, Thatch. Another hell explorer.
yes. And let's hope, it's more than just destiny that keeps us alive.
Of course. The will of the Mute King flows through my veins.
Do I know anything about the Mute King?
The Mute King is the main god of this world. It is. Let me pull up. He is the one who sort of betrayed his father, one of the old gods, and is more or less responsible for or attributed to reality as we speak existing. He sung everything into existence.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. Praise be to him. I don't fucking know what people say. I don't know what people say. I'm not religious.
Oh, that is okay. Everyone finds God in hell, brother. Anyways, I must go into town and purchase. Until then, I will take my first breath of fresh, unhell-tainted air.
And he takes off his gas mask, and you see his sort of dark face take a huge whiff of air through his beard.
W. Well, I'll see you soon. You said
Or-
at like 5 a.m. and it's like midnight right now?
Yeah, it's midnight.
Where?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
You head back to the tavern.
Yes, sir.
Anything else in particular you'd like to do, or we can go to the morning?
Where you do not sleep.
Yeah, where you do not sleep. You are on your 4th level of exhaustion now.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Jeez.
What's that for? Half move speed? No.
No. It's like
Either
Hit
way,
every
you're
points.
fucking, you're doing
Hit
horribly
points
right
is
now.
half.
Yes, he is dying. He is
Yeah.
2 days away from dying.
Our front line has no HP.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm stuck
And
at
come
19.
morning, Thatch wakes you all up. What'd you say?
I assume he goes over the plan with us.
I imagine.
Oh, you found that guy.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna make a stop real quick on our way over to meet him.
Where?
And you
What are you doing?
Had the lady who gave this to me, and I showed the golden gun. I had her craft some ammunition for the shotgun that Dr. Bethlehem owned. I'm gonna go see how much of that is finished. I'll need whatever I can
Oh.
get. Meet you there, and I just head out,
Alright.
all right.
and I
And
go
you
get it.
you stop by the dwarven woman's, and you pick up your 50 rounds of ammunition.
Oh, she made 50 rounds?
Yeah,
It was
two per-
one,
two per
yeah,
gold.
2 per gold piece.
Oh, I thought it was 1 per 2 gold. Okay. Sheesh. I mean, that's a lot.
I mean, that's
thanks.
better than you thinking it was that way and finding out it's the other way around. So you know, hey,
Yes.
a dub's a dub.
Thanks.
Yes, I learned that it is very shotgun ammo is very cheap to make, is what I've learned.
That is indeed correct.
Especially old-timey shotgun ammo. But, and with that, you head out and you meet them at the slaughter docks, correct?
Yeah.
And the 3 of you arrive, 6 a.m. comes around,
Utrig.
then 6:05,
Utarig.
then 6:10. And around 6:30, Udrig arrives. Thatch, you see him lumbering through. He has a huge, think like people going on a hiker's backpack, just filled to the brim with supplies. And as he sees you, the small kobold, he gives a big wave. He is a giant man, maybe like.
He is just a man, though, right?
Damn.
You're not sure. He is wearing a gas mask, goggles, and helmet, so you can't really see his face, and then he is like fully covered head to toe in armor.
Hmm.
But he is standing at a solid 7 feet tall, and is just sort of waving down at you all.
He's a Goliath.
He seems enthused.
What can I do? I assume you are my friend's friends.
Indeed.
Seems like
Well-
you guys got along.
Of course. If you want to kill a devil, you are my best friend, my brother in arms. I will die for you, and I will kill for you. Anyways, we head out. Shirley is waiting for us.
Shirley?
Shirley! And,
Surely you can't be serious.
surely I can be serious. And you arrive at his medium-sized motorized boat. Looking at it, it seems to be able to move quite fast. It's a bit of a tight fit with Yudrig and you all in it, but you do all fit inside.
Right.
And he says, "Everyone buckle up. We'll be going immediately." And you watch as he grips the what's it called? The thing you pull on a chainsaw.
The ignition?
It's called something.
It's called, but he
A
pulls.
ripcord?
Yes, he pulls on that ripcord, and you hear a screaming, and the smell of brimstone sort of fills the air, and you can't help but sort of start coughing as this hellfire sort of begins to light ablaze, and the boat sort of shoots alive and
We heard
begins.
screaming.
You heard screaming. Yes.
Is this
W-
boat powered by like the souls of the damned or something?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask.
True.
I don't.
And
In recent experience, it seems better not to know.
Yudrig begins heading out. The sea is a deep red color, and looking at it, you can tell that this is mostly because of the blood and guts of monsters killed along its shore. As you get further out, it gets lighter and lighter until it is a normal, like, clear, like, think the Pacific Ocean or like Caribbean water. Very calm, very, like, you can see into the bottom of the ocean color. And you do see Ocean Drome seems to continue underwater here. Like, it's similar buildings and architecture, but underwater, from what you can tell.
Inhabited?
Yes, inhabited. You see various Triton going about their
Yo!
day.
That's cool.
And heading further out, eventually the community does finally end. You see another deep chasm, sort of I think a large trench, and after about 6 hours at sea, finally in the distance you see an island. The whole time, Yudrig is mostly silent. He seems to be humming something to himself. The sounds of screaming are drowning out most everything else you'd be able to hear. And you see the massive lighthouse in the distance. He says, "Well, home sweet home." The lighthouse seems to, looking at it, hurts in a way, because it is constantly just sort of shifting in appearance. As if it's there but not quite there at the same time. And in its blinking, you see three things: a normal desert lighthouse with a large light. You see a crumbled sort of ruin of a lighthouse with a, like, sort of pillar of flame in its stead, and you see a beautiful, pristine windmill with trees growing along its sides and sort of berry bushes growing along it. And as you arrive at shore, it sort of solidifies into that desert lighthouse, almost as if looking at it made it decide what it was, and or arriving at it made it decide what it was. And Yudrig says, "Welcome to my portal to hell.
Well, this is
Tomorrow morning, excuse me, tonight, we will be leaving, and you will arrive at hell. I could accompany you to Avarice, though I do have business elsewhere. Do you think you can handle it yourselves? Or do you need a babysitter?"
Is this the...
not that we need a babysitter, but I'm a little bit.
I don't know anything about your devil other than it lives in mirrors. Seems like a pretty pissy devil, though.
I'm a little bit on the indisposed side, and my eyes are just like steel.
And what were you gonna say, Jordan?
I was gonna say, my only question is, are we just gonna be able to walk back through this thing from the other side?
When the portal opens again, yes. A few days ago, one of the recruits of ours took another individual through. So it's been open twice recently. No reason to think it won't be open again, but if it's not open, we just stay in hell and bask in the chaos.
Well, I guess we'll just rely on good timing whenever we come back.
Of course.
Definitely have to remember where we started as well. Other than that, though, well, To be completely honest, I'm not really gonna cast a vote in as to whether you go with us or not. You said you're busy. I consider myself a problem solver, but I know when I'm in over my head. But if I'm being honest, I don't much care.
I
Well,
think your aid.
It would be appreciated.
Yeah.
It sure would, for sure, absolutely.
that's 2 votes. Yes.
Thatch hasn't slept
No.
in 4 days.
1 vote that doesn't care.
3
So
days.
it looks like I will be your babysitter in hell. May the Mute King bless us.
That's a PG-13 horror movie.
And surely will be accompanying us.
And from sort of the one of the large boulders to the side, out pops a panther. You think for a moment? It is similarly hard to look at. It has sort of several tails whipping along its back and 6 legs, but very much so looks like a feline panther on all
Nice.
fours. He, as Shirley sort of sprints up and he gives it a large pet, it is about as large as like the biggest dog you've ever seen in your entire life, essentially. But he sort of gives it a big pat down, and it like sort of pats, and he says,
This is surely my beautiful pet displacer beast.
Nice.
Displacer beast.
A native to the Feywild, which is now also hell, but do not mess with the fairies. They are much scarier than any devil or demon. But he is a very good nose at hunting devils. So I take him with me, and he's joined me in battle for years. But
The more the merrier, I always say.
before we head into hell, we feast. And then
Yeah.
we die. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
We don't die. We just go into hell.
I'm sick.
Devils die, eh?
Devils die, yes!
Woo!
After you all.
and he gestures you up into the
Okay.
lighthouse.
I see no reason not to trust this man.
Sure, let's go.
It is a very homey sort of place. You see the portrait of a large Goliath woman, caring for her kin of children. You see the think where hunters have like the heads of deer along the sides. You see various demons and like these sort of bones and bits of devils decorated all along the sides of this lighthouse. He takes a deep breath, and you all just are hit with the smell of brimstone and honey. He has large stone tables, and you see suits, bits of armor similar to his, various helmets. You see lined along the sides with dates and names carved into them. They've sort of taken up the bulk of the back wall at this point. And he says,
Welcome to my Mikasa.
I don't speak that language. What does that mean?
Yes, it is Goliath for... I don't know. I don't speak the native language, unfortunately. But
Goliath is the native language?
my native language. I was born
Oh.
to an old Goliath woman, but shortly after birth, you see, she decided that raising me was not the job. Instead, the soul of her firstborn would go to a devil. And there I learned the nature of devils, and I learned that I was put on this earth to kill them. So
You
here I am.
escaped all on your own?
Not all on my own. I have 60 brothers!
60.
course, others made in the same deal to that same devil. But
Ah.
I am the only one left for now. Doom. The Doom Slayers. The Doom
I
Slayer.
gotta go.
Yeah,
I've had that one in my back pocket for a while. I was thinking about it just the same.
But now I have 3 beautiful individuals who are willing to go into
Huh?
hell and die for the glorious cause.
Well, I'd like to avoid that if at all possible.
We all die eventually, and when we do, we will find ourselves on one side of the Great Blood War. All we can hope to do is ensure that more and more of them are dead, and hopefully, maybe by the time our great grandchildren die, it will be over.
One can hope.
You have books
I have a lot of books, yes.
on devils?
Yes!
I guess it can't hurt to familiarize myself with the subject before we go down there.
All right. You do some reading, I keep my books in the basement. And I have a guest down there. Currently, I'm going to have to ask you to plug your ears.
I can do that.
Good.
And he hands you wax from his bag.
I plug my ears.
Alright.
And I guess I'll head down to the basement. Yeah.
You head down to the basement and you see a faint red glow. There are books lined all along the sides, and down there you see a massive, not massive, lanky is the word. Think Slender Man type build.
Oh, hell yeah.
Human, you think for a moment, and then he turns to you and you see that half of his face is this sort of rotted tiefling skull, and he
Not
is
a big fan of tieflings.
speaking to you, but you can't hear because you have earbuds.
I just shrug and gesture at the ears and go to the books.
And he is just
Slender
sort of
Man
rattling,
tiefling.
and you look through the books. You see various ones on alchemical processes and handling your rage, and finally you arrive at a set of books. Genealogy of Devils, Hierarchy of the Fallen Angels, and Killing a Devil 101.
I mean, I'll read through all of them. If anything, like, indicates something that would seem like or give a name or a type of devil, I guess, to the one
Okay.
bothering Thatch, I
Genealogy
will
of Devils
bring that
would
to him.
Would probably do that.
Because we're here for what time did we get here? It took us 6 hours, and we met at we left at 7.
It's like midday.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I got time to go through books if I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah. And which one would you like to go through first?
I'd start with whichever one I picked up first, because I don't know
Genealogy of
anything
Devils,
about devils other than
in that
they exist,
case.
really.
And the Genealogy of Devils, one details the difference between a devil and a demon, expressing that it is mostly alignment that differentiates them, along with their sort of cultural differences. Demons are much more chaotic, a devil is much more lawful and can be reasoned with, though some devils do not like to. It details major ones including bone devils, devil lords, cacklers. It has a large section on, and then ill riggers.
What?
Riggers.
Bro, you can't. He's streaming.
I'm crying. No.
Raggy?
Which
Yeah,
seem
that's
to be-
exactly.
Which seem to be
Wait.
generals in this army.
Is this
Okay.
dude a fucking ill rigger?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
City's obsession with ill riggers is gonna get us into some deep shit.
It's a cool class.
I will say, he had books on handling your rage, so there is that.
Oh yeah, this.
I mean, I'll flip through those while I'm down there, but if they don't seem like if they seem to be like self-help books for barbarians,
They are
I'm
self-help
not,
books for barbarians.
yeah, I'm not gonna spend much time with them. I don't think I have a rage issue.
All right.
That's something my therapist and I can talk about later.
Good. The genealogy of devils sort of details that if at all possible, a devil can be. You should not make a deal with a devil under any circumstance. They are always a net negative for the person making the deal, and it also details that a devil, when killed on its native plane, is dead forever.
I guess somewhere else in there would be the if you kill a devil away from its native
Yes.
plane, it just kind of goes back. Okay.
Yes. It details that Rakshasa are by far the most reasonable devils to deal with. Their biggest sin seems to be a combination of greed and arrogance, and that a Rakshasa can be identified, if in disguise, by the fact that their hands, face the wrong way. Um, you see in it a sort of, not a map of the cities in hell, but a description of them, and it talks specifically about the city of Avarice, which seems to be the entrance city of hell, and how, since it's fusing with the Fey Wilds, sort of the bulk of hell can be found in what used to be the Fey Dark. Uh, um,
And
They are-
just for clarification on my part, with the Feywilds and the Hells being the same place now, is that how that happened a long time ago? That's common knowledge, or like
that happened a long time ago. Yes, that
okay.
people theorize that is what ruined Prolux, because it happened around the same time, so about 600 years ago.
Okay.
Mm.
Anything else of note? Do I find what kind of devil's haunting Thatch?
You said he's black with yellow eyes and yellow like shit in his mouth
Yes,
and broken horns, right?
yes. And reading through the descriptions of various devils, you think that what you might be dealing with is a cackler devil. They are known
Okay.
for their annoying, very deadly laughs, and that they are born out of spite.
Okay. And I guess once I'm through everything, if it does it, any weaknesses, common, kill it with garlic, Lamau,
A
anything like that.
A cackler is very vain, and compliments go far with them.
Hmm.
And
So I
while
can just compliment him out of this.
while they are sort of while they are able to be reasoned with like any devil, they are the least likely to like actually form a deal with an individual. They care about making progress with themselves, and they often sort of trick demons actually into being bodyguards for them.
Okay. So yeah, I guess once I'm done, I'll head up and bring that book with me and slap it down on the table, assuming nothing else is going on.
Yudrig is just making a very big dinner for you all. You just see him still in armor and a helmet, but with an apron on, just sort of preparing
this guy.
various meats.
That'd be... What time of day is it?
I'd say by the time you're done like reading through that book, it's about 8 or 9 o'clock.
Redrin, do you have a mirror?
A mirror.
And I'm like trying to like.
I start going through pockets. Probably not, as I'm just like fucking reaching in to all sorts of various fucking holes in this place. Which actually brings me to my fucking question. So the handy haversack it's got 2 pockets in a medium, and it has size restrictions. Based off of anything I've pulled out or attempted to put in, does there seem to be like that?
Yes.
Out of game context, I'm limited on sizes. Are they all the same size?
Yeah. You're essentially think the, I guess, capacity of a handy haversack, how it has 2 sides to a pouch. It's just both pockets of this are those sides to the pouch, and they can hold 8 cubic feet each.
Okay, cool. There we go. And then do I find a mirror in one of my pockets?
No.
It doesn't look like it. Copernicus's guns are shiny.
True, Copernicus' guns are shiny.
Well, one of them is. The revolver's actually pretty tarnished.
Oh, and also for the for that rifle, you would be rolling a d12, and on a 1 it would shatter.
Oh,
Okay.
better take that luck feat.
Understandable. But it fires only. It doesn't fire any actual like
Yeah.
ammunition. It only fires wild magic.
Yes.
So the D12 isn't like a damage die or anything. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Also, question.
Mhm.
During the study session that Redrin did, you said that there were a bunch of like skeletal headpieces and mounts on the wall, like a hunter's trophy gallery in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them look similar to the skull that we found in Dr. Bethlehem's lab?
Roll me investigation.
Words, an alligator in a vest. Investigation. Natural 20.
One of them looks exactly like the one you found in Dr. Bethlehem's lab.
I assume this would probably be a little early into the stay here, since I probably only had to look for a few minutes.
Mhm.
So if Yidrig is not too terribly busy, I will kind of walk over to him and go, "Hey, does the name Soif du Song mean anything to you?"
And he pauses for a moment. The name means everything to me. Why?
Is that going to be very good or very bad?
Yeah, I may have just initiated like an extremely consequential dialogue option, but fuck it.
Fuck it.
I may or may not have met some other people who do a similar line of work to you. People who are very interested in eradicating.
They do not do a similar line of work to me.
Maybe not, but they're interested in eradicating the supernatural. That's kind of what you're doing, isn't it?
They are interested in eradicating everything that isn't human, dwarvish, or elvish.
See, I kind of picked
racist.
up on that.
Little
How
bit.
exactly, how closely familiar are you to this group of people? And let me clarify, I am not part of them. Just to make it clear.
Good, because if you were part of them, I would be popping your head like a, what's the word? Pickle on a stick. Yes.
That's a word.
Holy shit. So these people are enemies of yours?
No, they are
people that I disagree with
Okay,
very
okay.
much. Not my enemies. My enemies are devils.
But your ideologies definitely clash.
I want to help people. They want to help themselves.
Do you know why they would want to eradicate other life forms?
Well, they are. They are not from a different plane. They are from a different
Nation?
reality.
Oh. Duh.
At least
Like,
their founder was.
Do you know who that is?
Names lost to time. And
Yeah,
even if I
figures.
did, I wouldn't dare speak it into existence. But
Huh.
how do you know who they are if you aren't a member?
I may have been taken captive by one.
I see.
In case you couldn't tell, I kind of just spin around and like gesture at myself. I'm well, I'm probably exactly the type that they would want to check out.
I see. Well, I'm glad you escaped. And I'm glad the fates have brought you and I closer together. And should you ever meet anybody who ever was a member of Soif de Sang, never trust them.
Right.
I'm a good guy. I promise.
I'm going to say nothing about you, by the way.
Please don't.
They. I'm sorry. I just completely like had a lapse in memory. Did he say? I asked him earlier why he thinks that they the Swift Song are doing what they do. Did he answer that? How did he
He
answer
said
that?
they come from a different reality.
Oh yeah. No,
Not
that's
from a
what it was.
different plane, but a different, like, universe.
That's interesting. Well, I will keep that in my back pocket. I think we may have made an enemy out of them inadvertently.
Well,
So the more we know about them, the better.
they are an enemy to everything living on this and every other plane of existence.
Wow, that sounds a lot more grand and high
Diabolical.
stakes than I initially thought it was.
There used to be dragons in this world, and they eradicated those.
All of them?
Presumably. There used to be giants in this world, and they eliminated those.
That just sort of recedes into the corner.
And next on the list seems to be lycanthropes. They're starting off with monstrous races, but it's not long before creatures like me and you are on their list, no?
That's
Do
a
you know
solid
about their-
play, though, right?
What?
I said it's a solid play, because right, you eliminate the monsters, and then everyone's like, "Oh, these guys aren't so bad. They're killing all the monsters," and then
True, it's a good PR angle.
they start
Do you
killing
know about their opinion on Celestials?
They care about God in the sense that he can bring them what they want.
I can tell. One of them seems to be experimenting on Celestials. Tried to do it with me.
Experimenting on Celestials.
It-
You escaped, did they?
I'm gonna go ask somebody for permission for something real quick. I'll be right back, and I kind of like scatter
Don't
off.
Oh
move.
my god.
I just stopped. Yeah.
You need to tell me everything you know. You don't need permission. I am your friend.
I kind of
What do you
like do
know?
one of those creak turns, like the slow turn back to him. Yeah, it's just well, He's dead now. So,
Good.
but I feel like
And
there's
Did those celestials escape his grasp?
we did we freed them and they disappeared.
And did they
Each of
leave
them left a
anything
feather
behind?
behind.
Where are these feathers?
You've got one.
I do have.
You
one
have
of
the
them.
black one.
I have the black one. I just show him my black feather. I'd rather him keep his eyes on me than on Redrin.
And he takes the feather and sort of rolls it between his fingers.
You know, something is happening to the gods. And the fact that those bastards managed to capture
And he sniffs it.
a deva does not
You
bode
know your
well.
stuff.
I deal with devils and demons. I am closer to God than any other man in existence. Can I have this?
Well, it was a gift, but if I'm being honest, I would at least like to know your intentions with it.
This is a corrupted deva feather. Corrupted by the god S of death now.
You corrected yourself. Is it particularly hard to remember?
Recent transactions. The Raven Queen is new to her throne. But
Huh.
wonder and application can turn this into anything. And I have just the item. So if you would, bless me with it. I assure you it'll go to good use.
I kind of put my hands on my pockets and cock my head a little coyly and go, I mean, sure, by all means, but,
Thank you.
I mean, if you had anything you'd like to exchange in return for it, then I'd be happy to give it to you.
Of course, of course. I deal with devils. I know how to make a deal.
And he sort of looks around for a second. And he says,
Have you ever had
No.
Valkyrie's jerky?
That sounds.
No?
Yucky. Or yummy. Who knows?
It is an amazing delicacy that can cure people of almost any ailment.
Can it make you not tired?
I was about to think of the same thing.
Yes.
So if I were to say, you know, be exhausted, it would replenish me.
It would be the equivalent of a full night's rest, yes.
Mm.
But without having to sleep. When I was in the trenches of the Blood Wars, I stayed awake for 50 days, eating nothing but Valkyrie's jerky. Now, I have 2 pieces left.
How do we get more?
You kill a Valkyrie, you skin her alive.
Jesus.
What the
Christ.
fuck?
Well,
You,
And he's calling my brothers bad dudes.
did you
I'm
get this yourself, or did you,
crying.
buy it off of a seller?
A Valkyrie is a type of devil, so I did it
Oh.
myself, and
Oh,
I enjoyed every
okay,
second
okay.
of it.
damn.
I got confused for a moment. Wasn't exactly sure what a Valkyrie was.
Ah, yes. It is easy to forget the eccentricities. Ah, I need to give you a rundown of hell, no?
I mean, sure.
Let me
Let him.
get this.
Come.
There are 9 levels of hell.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
There is the very bottom, the abyss, hell.
Hmm.
Above that, there is Jotunheim. Above that, there is Niflheim. Above that, there is Muspelheim. Above that, there is Midgard. Above that, there is Svartalfheimr. Then Alfheim, then Valheim. And finally, at the peak of hell, there is Asgard. On
You
that,
said these are the layers of hell?
yes, the layers of hell.
Interesting.
The layers of hell.
So it's from top to bottom: Asgard, Valheim, Alfheim, Svartalfheim, Midgard, and then what?
Hell is the very bottom.
Yeah.
Now, hell is a funny place. The bottom of hell is the top of hell, etc., etc. You will understand when you get there.
Yeah.
But if you hear a Valkyrie song, remember to skin her alive and make sure that she never sings again.
No.
And then dry her flesh and eat it for jerky. And I will trade you my last 2 pieces for this feather.
Yeah, I'll make that exchange.
Kabish.
And he hands you 2 dried sort of strips of meat. And he takes the feather and he says,
I know exactly what to do with this.
What is your plan with it again?
Let me show you my very special gift.
and he points upstairs. Would you like to follow me?
Sure, yeah.
And upstairs, he sort of arrives at his a smaller study. You see sort of plastic plants line the sides of it. It seems very homey. There is a chimney. What's it? Not a chimney. Fireplace and a chimney along the sides, and along the desk you see sitting a very very big gun. And he says, "This is my birthright."
His birthright.
Well, shit.
Her name is Sasha.
I assume this is like a chain gun of sorts.
Yes.
She cost 45,000 gold pieces to fire for 12 seconds.
12 seconds. Yeah.
She is my pride and joy. I will bless her thanks to you. And with her, I think I will rip apart the Demigorgon
Oh.
and eat its still beating heart.
Oh. This nigga different.
He is constructed to an altered set of specifications, that's for sure.
This guy is just fucking awesome. Well,
But-
yeah.
That is what I will do with it. Go downstairs. Dinner is almost ready. And then we will go to battle. Come nightfall.
Neat.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna immediately go to Thatch and like give him the jerky.
And
Alright.
Thatch, each jerky will take away 1 point of exhaustion.
Will it like
Eat this.
restore my class abilities and my
Yes,
health and
it is
shit?
it will be the equivalent of a long rest.
Okay, cool. So I'm back to 2 points of exhaustion, and I now have all of my shit restored, which is fucking huge. That was my main concern. I don't care
Nice.
about my speed being half. I don't care about disadvantage on checks. I literally was like, bro, I have nothing to fight with. I don't have an action surge. I don't have a rage. I don't have anything, bro. If I fight, I'm just
Yeah.
fucked. And I was at like half my health, too. And then half my maximum health.
Just be a warlock, simple.
Huh.
But,
Yeah, go find a patron. We're about to go to hell.
true.
Oh, I'm gonna find
It's
Warlocks
one
can just
time
run
to
off the
sell your
short rests.
soul. Now's the time. But, with that, you prepare. Nightfall comes.
What time is it? Because you said it was like 8 earlier.
Yeah, 8. If nothing's happening, we can fast forward.
Yeah.
You eat your sort of large meal. It is a bulk of seafood, very heavy, very sort of not spicy but bitter in taste, but it seems to be bitter on purpose. And then it comes with a citrusy sauce on the side. This sort of thick, the consistency of like ranch, pretty much, but with a deep red color. There is a slew of roasted potatoes that comes alongside that. And then, sort of, you see the Displacer Beast eating your scraps as you eat. As the night goes on, you see everybody sort of, you feel lighter, as if it's almost as if you're a little high.
Lighter.
Are we a little bit high?
Hell yeah.
No, it's
Oh.
the air around you feels weird. As the clock hits 12, you see yourselves changing.
I'm gonna
This
look
motherfucker
at
was a devil the whole time.
your I can't remember this dude's fucking name.
Jordan the
Idrig?
Gray Man.
Udrig.
Udrig. I'm gonna look at Udrig and I'm gonna say, you have a mirror on you. Do you have a mirror on you?
I don't keep mirrors, they attract devils.
Fair enough. Well, I guess there's no point in letting him know that we're coming.
Of course. Catch a devil by surprise.
And your hearts start to beat sort of faster and faster. It feels very similar, actually, to when Harpo appeared before you. That feeling of not being in the right place for a moment. The walls begin to strip away and crumble, and there is a lot of heat around you. And as you close your eyes, you all pass out for a moment. The smell of brimstone fills your lungs. You feel as if you're on fire. And then there's complete silence. And we'll pick this up tomorrow, or excuse me, next week.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
We can play tomorrow if you want. Shit. If y'all are down, I'm definitely down.
I don't have any active plans tomorrow, but like if you want to ask around the time if everyone's available.
Yeah, if everybody's available, we might. I'll see what I can get ready in that meantime, because I have an idea of what you guys are gonna be doing.
We'll see about
Yeah,
it.
I guess this kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
I kind of knew you guys were gonna be going into hell. It's
Fair.
just the details of it or something that I was working that I was I'm always basically I constantly just I'm like, this is a very good idea, and then I'll work on it until I'm done, and I'm like, actually I just came up with a very good other idea.
Yeah.
And it's just that until the day you guys play.
I mean, yeah, that's DMing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Basically.
But good job.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
job.
No one died yet.
Yes, no one
Yeah.
has died yet.
Yeah. And none of us will, except maybe Harpo.
And maybe me.
Nah.
In real
I
life.
have. We're going into hell. I've got 30
Alright.
HP.